What's going on, guys? Dan Watson. DJI Spark just came in, and I have the Mavic here as well, the Mavic Pro, and we're going to be taking these both on a trip to the Smoky Mountains and really kind of looking at what might be the best travel drone. So stay tuned for that comparison. Subscribe if you haven't already, but that is upcoming, as well as some footage with both of these, and so it should be really, really cool. But we're going to unbox this and then go fly it. So let's take a look at this. Now, this is a drone that has actually been pretty popular, and so I wanted to really take a look at this because I have to say a lot of press on this thing, despite it being a $500 drone and a little bit of weakness on some of the specs. There we are. All right, so this thing is, wow, tiny. This is actually smaller than I expected, and I've seen videos on this thing, and this is insanely small. Man, my phone is bigger than this thing. Extra propellers, these are crazy small. Here's the unfortunate thing, it doesn't fold up as all, so I mean your case is really not much smaller than this, with the exception that with the Mavic, you do need this extra controller on that. And so really this is your flying. Now if you have to get the extra controller, extra batteries, all that kind of stuff, you're really getting in range of the Mavic Pro, and so this probably starts to make a lot less sense. So a couple of observations before we take this thing out. This thing has some advanced features on it for gesture control, which is really, really cool. You can launch this thing from your hand, have it go up, take some quick snaps. However, for anything decent as far as video recording or to have it fly anywhere, you're gonna need to use your smartphone. And in addition to that, if you're flying this thing just by gesture control and it kind of misreads one of your gestures, this thing could be flying and then you have no way of bringing it back. You're basically gonna wait until the battery dies and hope that it follows the right path to come back and land where you wanted it to. Now the battery on this thing is pretty small. Compared to this, it's really, really small. I wish they had made that just a little bit bigger, but overall this looks really good. Now here's a couple things. You do only have two-way gimbal control, where you have 3 on this one. So we are gonna see a little bit more motion on some of that than we would on the other one. Now the other thing on this one is gonna be the range. This is gonna be very, very limited if you're using your smartphone, and for anything decent, we're gonna have to get the remote control for that. But again, once you start getting that, you start getting a $700-800 and extra batteries, and it comes really close into the price on this one. You're really not in play toy. This is not just for fun. This is gonna need to be a serious tool, or else that's kind of a lot of money to waste on something. So let's take a look, let's go fly this and see what happens. Not kidding. Are you serious? Nah, for real.